He holds Iran responsible for the drone attack that killed 3 U.S. soldiers at a base in Jordan.
Yes. I do hold them responsible in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it. They're supplying the. I do hold them responsible in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it. We'll have that discussion.
You hear what he said? He said they hold responsibility for supplying the weapons for the people that did it. So this right here just let you know out of the horse's mouth that they supply people with the weapons. Like over here in America, they drop off the guns. Over in Africa, they drop off guns. They've been dropping off guns to people in populations throughout decades now to create massive genocide.
Along with the soldier deaths, more than 40 other service members were injured following an uncrewed aerial system attack at a military base near the Syrian border. Officials say U.S. forces may have mistaken an enemy drone for an American one, letting it pass unchallenged into the desert base. The 3 soldiers killed are Sergeant William Rivers, Specialist Kennedy Sanders, and Specialist Breonna Moffett, all from Georgia. Late today, the U.S. Army Reserve announced the posthumous promotion of Specialist Kennedy Sanders and Specialist Breonna Moffett to the rank of sergeant in recognition of their exceptional courage, dedication, and leadership. Joining me now are Francine and Purcell Moffett, the parents of Sergeant Breonna Moffett. Francine and Purcell Moffett, thank you both for being here, and my deepest condolences and condolences on behalf of the show. I want to start. Of course. Let me start with you, Francine. So I know from my producer looking at your background that you actually were the first woman in your family to join the United States military. You served as well, and your daughter was the second. Tell us about your daughter and what inspired her, other than yourself, to serve.
You know, she's always had her own opinion, and she's just always an amazing person. You know, she was in the ROTC in high school, and her mentors was, Sergeant Jefferson and Colonel Bastide, and she always looked up to them too as well, as, mentor, and wanted to inspire to go into the military as well with them being her mentor.
And what was her dream, her goal long term?
Well, after this tour, she wanted to do one more re-enlistment so she could become sergeant. And then her long term, she was wanted to do medical. She wanted to go into the medical field, and she also wanted to do real estate part-time.
Yeah. And Dad, Mr. Purcell, can you tell us something that you would want the world to know about your daughter?
That she was a great person. She was kind. She loved music. She really loved music. That's why we want people to know that she loved music. She really liked drums.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Mrs. Moffett, and I hate to bring this to you, but a congressman from your state, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I apologize for even having to ask you this question, but she is trying to speak for your daughter and saying that your daughter and the other 2 brave troops who died would have preferred to be at the southern border rather than doing what they're doing. What is your response to that?
No one can speak for my daughter other than me, her dad, or her siblings. So we just don't want anybody to tell her story because Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't know her.
No.
We know her. We know she may rather have been where she was. She may not want to be at the southern border. I can't answer that question. Neither can Marjorie Taylor Greene. So she can't speak for her.
Mr. Moffett, you sounded like you wanted to say something as well.
I agree with everything my wife said. It's about my daughter, and don't use my daughter.
Yeah. What do you hope happens next? There is a lot of fear that there will be an escalation because of this. There are 40 injured soldiers. We're waiting to find out what the president will do, Mrs. Moffett. What do you hope happens in terms of the Middle East at this point?
I guess I don't really have a real opinion, but I'm in very support of President Biden, whatever he thinks is best.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
You agree, Mr. Moffett? Yeah.
Yes, we agree.
That's a
And,
damn shame.
and I'll just ask you, Mrs. Moffett, in addition to that, I mean, there is this thing where, you know, people like your daughter and the other two troops, you know, they represent what the force is, you know, brave young people, disproportionately black and brown, who are serving their country, who love their service. And, you know, what do you want people to understand about what drives these young people to do what they do? And because you did it as well.
I did, and we want to see women in the military, because the one thing about me, I never like when people walk up to us, my husband and I, and they always just assume that it was my husband. Women can serve in the military too. We can have power just as much as men can have power. We can be just as strong as men. We can do the same thing.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And so just let them know that brown women, we are resilient. We can serve as well.
We're all the
Yeah.
same, period.
Indeed. And we are all so proud of your daughter, of your family, of your service. And we are so sorry for your sacrifice. But thank you for your service, Mrs. Moffett. Thank you both for being here tonight. And God bless you. And our condolences
Thank
again.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Tell me what y'all think, man. I mean, what do you think about this situation? Is the parents don't look too much remorseful to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, was it Illuminati sacrifice? Did they sacrifice their own child? This is not far-fetched nowadays. Okay? So if anybody think that that's far-fetched, what are you talking? Ain't nobody would do it to the old child. You just shut your dumb ass up. All right? We already know right now that is not far-fetched. People are getting sacrificed left and right in this motherfucking matrix. You better believe it. Okay? My people's trying to sacrifice me every day. Okay, so, you know, I mean, something, trust me, it's always more than meets the eye. This is just a crumb to what really happened. Okay? I do really believe that they're dead, too. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? The whole shit could be a psyops. I don't know. But my speculation is that all three of them might be dead. You know what I mean? But it's more than meets the eye. It's something else behind it. Were the Illuminati sacrifice? Are the parents down with it? Did they sacrifice? You just heard what they said. They said that they ride with Biden. And you got to be out your goddamn nugget if you ride with him. Something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it don't seem like they too uptight to me. You know what I mean? They might be missing a couple motherfucking cans from a six-pack. So, at the same time, they was in the military. They former vets. You know, so you know they Mason. Who isn't Mason these days? Okay? Who ain't an Eastern Star these days? Besides myself. I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But for as far as the rest of these motherfuckers, you know, it seems to me everybody is down with the motherfucking Mason Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Even some of these whack-ass TIs. And with that being said, y'all keep your heads up, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Don't be a motherfucking body-ass nigga. Because they're going to put their boot up your damn ass anyway. Holla back.